Oh hey, independent games have gone on a renaissance recently, and it's great to see considering that AAA games nowadays has become a lot more obsolete these days. So I thought why not I wanted to make a video dedicating 3 games that you should give a shot. But before we begin, if there's a game that you want to mention that is not in this video, don't be afraid to leave a comment on this video because I would love to see your recommendation. But with that being said, let's go on to the first game, shall we? If you combine Borderlands art style and Doom's movement with some roguelike elements, you have a really fun game in your hands. Developed by Rise Up Studios and published by Starbreeze, this is an FPS roguelike where you play as a guardian robot that has 6 classes each, with one that is part of the Super Update.
Yes! Yes!
And it's up to you to kill as many evil bots as possible and beat big bosses in over 73 arsenal of weapons, with more coming in future updates. With upgrades in the workshop if you have a lot of wrenches, perk upgrades to make your guardian stronger and faster as you level up, and items that can affect gameplay in the best ways.
Approved!
In fact, you can do something to make your playstyle even better, meaning if you have a build that fits you, you can do it.
It is what it is.
Now, about the gameplay, it's the definition of 2 things: fun and chaos.
What?
The gunplay, I gotta tell you, was fantastic and satisfying to shoot. From ARs to SMGs, shotguns, snipers, melee and throwing weapons like the kunai and the power fists, and wild weapons like this. There's a ton of variety that packs a punch. The movement is also really fun, and most importantly of all, fast.
I'm fast as boy!
It's a combination of being snappy and smooth at the same time, which made sense on why I ran around on Oasis while didn't know that I wasted the time just because the movement is really good. And then there's the evil bots.
Damn, boy!
At the start, they seems to be simple to deal with, but over time as you progress through, they got more advanced and are not playing around. From flashbangs to getting trapped until you hit them, to explosions and a lot of pawns that you have to deal with, the bots will give you that challenge that you might prepare for. Especially when you encounter the boss battles, which can go from really easy to being difficult and challenging to beat. With the game now out of early access in 2023, still sitting at overwhelmingly positive reviews, and has a ton of updates on the way, there's nothing wrong about RoboQuest at all in my opinion. So if you want a fun FPS game without being wasted so much time on AAA FPS games, well this can be for you. If you want a high-speed 3D platformer that pays homage to the classic Sonic 3D games, then Spark the Electric Jester 3 is the game to get. This is a Sonic-inspired platformer that's worked almost everything by one dev, that being Lakefoot Park, who have worked on 2 past Spark games before. And from the looks of this game having overwhelmingly positive reception, it's not hard to see why. Now yes, I've done a little ton of Sonic content on the channel before, focusing on fan games. In fact, he was the guy behind of Sonic before and after the sequel, who's now working on original games. games. I know I haven't played the first and second Spark games before, unfortunately, but I have been keeping an eye on this game for a while until recently, and based from my experience so far, it was a blast.
Made me happy, made me smile. Nice.
For the story, I won't spoil it in case if you want to experience for yourself. Let's say in short that it's gonna get you the feels. I'll say from the art style, it looks so great. Pretty much reminds me of what you've seen on the Dreamcast or GameCube in the best ways. Especially the fact that level designs in this game are really well done. And it can have its replayability when it comes to speedrunning, coin collection, and high scores. And it has some great ideas in each level, like the beginning where you're in a car, which even though it's janky,
Bruh, chill.
it handles pretty good. And about its gameplay, if you play any fast-paced 3D platformer, you know what to expect. It's fast, snappy, and fun.
Yeah, baby.
From homing attacks, dash boosts, speed boosters, rail riding, and more, adds something about the game that's all about momentum and speed. It's gonna take a little of time since there are tutorial levels, but once you get a hang of it, then it's on.
It's clobbering time!
Also, the combat system is really impressive. You can pull off some punches and kicks on bosses and enemies. It also has a combo system too. And despite of me not being good at parrying, once I time it right, it hits so good. By the way, you can upgrade Spark by buying new moves and attacks in a shop, which is really useful, I gotta say. The music, as usual, is filled with bangers, especially with this one from Lost Ravine. And there are other ones that are absolutely jamming, like the boss theme for The Guardian, for example. Overall, you can't go wrong with Spark 3 since it's the most fun I've ever played so far. Although I am still progressing through the game, I'm still having a great time as always. So if it sounds right, then Spark the Electric Jester 3 might just be your alley. Now I know it's kinda weird to cover a game that's not out yet, but since it has a demo, then it's alright to cover Aero GPX. And yep, it nailed the thrill of F-Zero so right. Now I love anti-gravity racing games. It's the feel of going in ridiculous amount of speed that I came into thanks to Wipeout and F-Zero. In fact, I played Redout 2 and yep, they weren't kidding that they say that it's the fastest racing game in the universe. However, with Aero GPX, I can say that if Nintendo can't do a new F-Zero, then Aaron can try, which is a solo developer of Aero GPX, by the way. And oh buddy, he did succeed at it. And not only it was so fun, but I can say that it's so rad, dude. I know I did say something very corny, but it was worth it nevertheless. At the moment in the demo, there's over 5 tracks in 4 modes and 10 AG machines to race as. And based for what I played, it was incredible. The art style is so polished as you get into a race. You can race in space, in water, and in volcano. Literal volcano.
This is fine.
Handling in Aero GPX is really fun. It's the sense of speed that will test your skills in hopes on going in the right turn. And although it's not a typical AG racer that I played, it will have something that F-Zero fans will appreciate. It has combat, you can do a barrel roll after a flight segment, and you can spin it as well. It's gonna take some time to master it, but yeah, like I said it from before, it's incredible. Bottom line, if you want a true F-Zero experience, this is what you're gonna get. But wait, remember like I said that it's not out yet? Well, unexpectedly, because I didn't know until now, The game is coming out this week on Early Access, with new machines and new tracks, I think, along with the soundtrack that you can rock out wherever you go. And with more coming soon that will lead to the full release, he is cooking a full course meal with this one. So if it's out now by the time you're watching this and got you excited to try Aero GPX, pick it up if you can, or wait for sale by wishlisting the game. Aaron, if you're seeing this, keep it up because this is really rad. Out of all games that I saw, those are the 3 indie games that I do hope it will be something that is worth your time. So if you have planned to pick these 3 games up that I mentioned in this video, you can wishlist the game if you want to get it very soon, especially if they get to go out on sale. Or you can get it right now if you really wanted to. The choice is yours. But if you own RoboQuest, Spark 3, or Aero GPX, I want to hear from you on your experience, so let me know down in the comments. But with all that being said, thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, my Neo Kitsunes.